Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap on the Boomer Bust channel, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host Terry, and today we are going to look at some passing plays from the Bears against the Panthers this weekend. Essentially, we're going to look at second quarter, third quarter. I already watched the first half. I didn't watch the second half yet. Fourth quarter, we know, was kind of over. So I watched the first half just because I want to see the game plan, passing game, not necessarily the adjustments. And, got some good stuff from there. But I think second, third quarter would give us a nice little mix of both. Hopefully, we could get through all of those. And yeah, just really more. I'm personally not looking a ton at Caleb. Obviously, we know he had a pretty good game. We know the Panthers defense is, whatever. But again, I'm just kind of looking at the passing concepts. Before I continue, though, I feel compelled to remind people that, despite what some people might think, this isn't the Bears cheerleader channel. This also isn't a Bears haters channel. This is actually Better Bears fans. And funny thing about Better Bears fans, as I've mentioned before, to be a better Bears fan, you got to be a better football fan. So we don't cheerlead. We don't front run. We don't tailgate. We support the Bears 100%, but I love football. We get into the actual football of it. We don't just cheer to cheer. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? I did not get the speed ready. But anyway, this is second quarter we're going to start with. And this is just a bubble screen, so not much to see there. And I like that. I mean, as you can see, we're in the red zone. I forgot the control. Yeah, there we go. Or we're close to the red zone, I should say. So, and obviously you got the look. I love a little quick, smoke. Or technically, yeah, like I said, bubble. All right, moving on. All right, now we're down in the red zone. Passing in the red zone. Go from a trips look, motion, kind of that 2x2 close look that we like. And I wasn't sure exactly what this was, but I liked it to a certain extent. Well, I wouldn't say again because I didn't say this, but I was thinking earlier, and I mentioned the community, they were playing a lot of man coverage, and I've said it last few weeks, ever since Houston did it, it was just like, okay, everybody's playing man free. So Houston played man free, Colts played man free, they're playing man free, or the Rams played some too, they're playing man free as well. And so ton of man coverage, at least in the first half. We'll see with the second half. So you can see all these guys was running around. They're confused. They don't really know the call. But anyway, essentially kind of a fake. And then Swift goes out to the flat. Komet's going to come sit down here, which honestly, you'll see Caleb is not looking there. He's looking at the one-on-one shot. But that's nice, and that's going to draw the intermediate defenders. And this is a little bit of what I saw this game. So you know how much I hate the hitches, and I did see it once. But and it's good it was only once. But I saw more of this where he's got this hitch, he's got this curl, whatever. But instead of everybody running it, it's just kind of one person. And now behind it, we're running this crosser, post, whatever. It's the red zone. But that's going to draw the deep attention. And then you got the one-on-ones on the outside. And then you got the flat route. Now, obviously, a lot of people, Caleb is not looking here, people. I know. He's wide open, but he's not looking here. And the linebacker was late. That's just not what his pre-snap read was. Obviously, we know Komet's open. Again, not what he was looking at. He was looking, staring down, not staring down Allen, but in terms of before the snap, he identified that's where he wanted to go. Now, what Allen was running, I don't know. What DJ Moore, it looked like almost a double post backside. I'm guessing Keenan was just running some type of fade ball, but didn't mind the concept. Didn't mind the concept, especially against man. Good horizontal stuff. And again, I just love, and we'll see it more, that hitch without everybody else running the hitch. All right, moving on to the next play. Slow it down. All right, so motion again, kind of a, I'm gonna just call deuce close. I know they're stacked. They're almost stacked, but I like this. I like these condensed formations. It lets us get some good releases, as you'll see. So this, I like this play. Actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say, actually, this is what we hit Komet on earlier, but it's not. So on the right side, you're gonna see a concept again. I mentioned it before, but we're running a lot of this now, and that's the speed out with the corner, and we're running it out of a stack formation, a close formation. So essentially, as you can see, it's kind of setting up. I mean, really, it's on the defense. If you play it off like this, it's going to set up as a natural rub route. If you play it more straight up, then it's just going to be one-on-one. But you see his man free. Some type of, and the corner is up, so his man free. So Keenan is open on that, but they actually switch it pretty well. I mean, he was handsy. But you're going to see that. You're going to see the speed out and the corner route concept a number of times, I would say. Now, on the other side, we got Komet running a wheel route, and then DJ Moore runs kind of a curl over the middle. Now, what I would like, I mean, well, I'm gonna just say it, but this is not necessarily a big critique. I would, since that is out breaking, I would have loved for his route to have been breaking too. Now, it might have been the option route where he could have went across, but he didn't. I don't know. Then you have the flat route there too. So again, different than what we've seen. And I think we had some good options there, by the way. Next play. Okay, wait, that's not commit. Okay, we got two in the backfield. I'm tweaking. All right, so we got 3 out in the route. And then 2 delayed releases. And I'm not sure what Keenan was running. Oh, no, he tripped, so he is running. Okay, he's running a deep crosser. So we got a deep crosser. And then looks like Odunze has a dig. I'm assuming he was running a dig by his angle. Potentially a curl. But no, I mean, his break is coming across the field. So DJ Moore is going to be on his clear route. More than likely. Got a post safety. Post safety's got him. But then you got that deep crosser. Then you got that deep dig behind it. And then you just got the outlets down the field. And I love it. I love it. And I love that Caleb took, you know, the smart choice here. I mean, because again, as I said before, you got to rip these things with anticipation. I'm sure he wanted Keenan. But the deep hook over the middle. And then also just pretty good coverage by the D-back. I mean, but he's beating him. He's running to a clear spot, so you could put it out in front. But my point is, again, you got to rip that. You can't wait. You can't wait for that to clear. You got to kind of rip that. Instead of forcing that, takes that check down. And I like that. I just like that concept. I like that passing concept. That was another one I like. All right. Yeah, we got Everett over here, so 2x2, tight end on. And more than likely, to me, this is like an alert, kind of like an RPO alert. So you walk up, you see he's playing off coverage, and so you got to run. You can tell by the way the line is blocking. You got to run, called, but a bit of an RPO, and then maybe reading this guy. I mean, maybe, but he honestly, you don't need to. This is just the corner read. I mean, because there's nobody out here, and again, so you gotta think about it, because this is just a fine point. You know, I don't know if y'all care, but when we're talking about formations and spacing and all these things, you know, people want to talk about runs, pass. They want to talk about deep pass, short pass, all that. The finer details when you coaching is stuff like this, spacing. So like I said, I like that we run those condensed formations, and because it gives us good release points. Pointing case here, you could have a team that will line him up outside the numbers. You can't even run that play if you're lining up on the number or outside the numbers. Again, that reduced splits allows us to then build in, because honestly, that can be built in, because these guys got 3 down linemen, right? So you got a nickel, but essentially you got an extra defender because they don't have 4 down linemen. Now, outside linebacker and then extra defender. And so he's technically, my issue would be with this formation is you got 2 guys to the same side as the slot, and you don't need that because it's 2 guys over here and only 1 guy covering them. And so either way, my point is you can build things into your offense like this, and it helps guys like Caleb and quarterbacks that are used to the spread, because that's just essentially a built-in RPO. And I believe that was first down. Yeah, it's first down. So that's an extended run play right there. Now, one thing I will say about Doomsday, and don't go crazy, I don't want to hear all the crying. One thing I've noticed that I don't love as much about his game, that never really was an issue in college, or never had an opportunity to be an issue. He's not physical through contact, and that doesn't mean you can't be good. But I kind of noticed that he's definitely not like Keenan or DJ in that sense, and I don't know that you really ever change that. That's a mentality thing, and that's fine as long as you get open. All right, so 2x2, similar formation as last time, orbit motion, and this is the cool stuff. So you got DJ Moore. I mean, look, you put DJ Moore and Swift in the backfield, which is what I would do, and then orbit motion or orbit motion him from receiver. Like, this is some 49ers type personnel that we got. So we see, run a little play action here. DJ goes on the swing out of the motion. Let's see what we got. Swift goes the other way, which I love that too. But it's off of play action, so it makes sense. So he comes across. But I like cross formation flat routes. You know, instead of lining up, you know, to the left of the quarterback and then running, swinging to the left, swing them to the right. I just like that tendency breaker. So anyway, so DJ goes the side of motion. Swift goes that way. Not sure what Komet was running. Never gets separation. Keenan's running, I guess, some type of post, some type of deep. I don't know what they running, to be honest with you. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. This is a screenplay. This is a screenplay. This is a screenplay, people. Cut all that. And you asking how I know it's a screen, because look at the lineman. So that's a screenplay. But DJ was open. And that's a play that if you're in a closer game, you can bring that back later. If you know, this game is a blowout, you can bring this up in another game. Run this same look. Have Caleb play action. Look at the screen, immediately pump it, and then go back the other way. And I know a lot of people be mad at screen games, but screen game, like, look, you can't cry that, oh, the screen game sucks because it didn't work. I mean, a screen is a screen. Like, we can say that about any play. Execution obviously matters, but just because it didn't work doesn't mean it didn't work because it was a screen. So, screens are good. All right, 2x2. Motioning into a almost stack release. This is going to be a screen play. I was just talking about a screen. This is more of a not exactly a tunnel screen, but kind of. I mean, and it was okay. I think this was first down. I can't see the marker, but first downs, I love screens, especially when it works against what you're seeing. Obviously, this wasn't great, but it was enough to get us something. Nothing to really go over too much. All right, next play. We're in a 2x2. Motion over the the tight end. Sorry, I want to say trade the tight end, which is a motion, but whatever. All right, motion over to a trips. I think I know this play. All right. This is a bad throw by Caleb, but also we'll get to that. This is what I was kind of talking about earlier, because you're gonna have DJ and you're gonna have Komet run the curl hitch, whatever you want to call it. And instead of running a third one, or four of them, whatever, we run this deep crosser behind it, pulling that I don't know what that was. Yeah, that's another safety. So they're not single high this time. But pulling that safety, pulling that whole safety, pulling that nickel, and then you got your flat, you got your deep route. I much rather see this every time than what we've seen before in terms of space in the field and running a pass concept. Because yeah, that's what you want. They rush 4, that's cool. If this safety, if it's cover 2, the safety's playing high, more than likely that crosser is easy money. He's playing more of a hole safety, a robber, whatever. Okay, he's attracting that. Look what it does for Komet, wide open. I don't know what I clicked. Oh, must have clicked the rewind 10 seconds. But either way, I like that concept better. As far as Caleb, he looked at DJ, wanted to see what that was looking like. Didn't really like it. JC didn't retreat or anything, so didn't really love it. So then he got his eyes back, but just a bad decision. I mean, I would label that as just a bad decision, because you'll see from the tight, he can see pretty clearly where these defenders are. And again, since Keenan has been back, and we even saw it earlier on the goal line shot. Some of his passes, he was really trying to force it to Keenan. And I'm not saying Keenan's bad for him or anything. It's just something that I've noticed. All right, so we get the 4. Again, wants DJ, doesn't see it, work his eyes back. But the thing you got to notice is, so again, he works his eyes back. At this point, he's staring down Keenan. You see this. I know you see this linebacker. So you know he's not covering Komet right now. That's where the next level of progression is going to be. But my issue is, if I'm coaching this, let's see if I can. Yeah, here we go. All right, it's 2nd and 5. Not that really matters, but it's 2nd and 5. I mean, it does, because 5 yards, we're just trying to convert. But it's 50-some seconds, so that's why I say it doesn't kind of matter. Why is this going so fast? There's out there, track speed. So my issue is, you move off of DJ because you don't like the look. But this defender has nothing to do with DJ. I mean, you should be able to make that throw without him being an issue. The only defender, if I'm watching this with the quarterback, the only defender that matters here is JC. Because JC or the safety isn't going to matter when we're running a curl route. So I'm watching JC, and again, JC doesn't retreat. He's sitting on it. My eyes go there, number one. Safety's back. Okay, whatever. That's fine. But because he's sitting on that, that doesn't tell me the middle is open. And because this safety is gone, doesn't tell me the middle is open. So if this your first read, fine. But these reads don't tell you anything about the rest of this defense. And so when you go from this read to immediately let me throw over the middle, it doesn't even make sense. And to be honest, he didn't even throw it immediately. He had time to see that it was two people right here. And so that's just a bad decision without getting too far into the weeds of the conversation. All right, so well, Keenan Allen's, yeah, he's in the backfield. That's I don't even know what you would call, what you would really label that as in terms of a formation, but whatever, it's trips. But again, good stuff we could do with our personnel. And this is the impact of them playing man coverage all day and us playing with formation. I didn't even realize earlier Keenan was out of the backfield. But again, the release angles. I mean, you look at the switch. Odunze is outside. He's wide. And so he's coming on the inside. They switch release. You got Komet working the wheel route. Then you got Keenan Allen immediately out the backfield pulling all the underneath attention. So then Odunze comes across. Of course, the safety is coming here. Man coverage. That guy's here. This guy has no idea. I mean, I'm assuming again it's man coverage. Either he doesn't know that or he's expecting the safety over the top, whatever. Just leaves Komet because everybody's looking at Keenan. Now, I have to say this, and again, I don't want to hear the whining. This should have been a touchdown. It ain't a bad throw by Caleb, but it could have been a touchdown throw. Should have been a touchdown throw. But again, that's a good concept. That's a good concept. When I'm talking about concepts, I want to see you attack all areas of the field, all zones of the field. All right. So we got something coming, excuse me, from the flat. Now, if I'm swinging this guy here to the flat, what sense does it make for me to run a curl? Yes, it might pull the underneath defender, give me something, but that's one-on-one with the corner. All right, we got three guys here pulling a lot of attention. Run something across the middle. Looks like what DJ was getting ready to do. Again, something deep in front of the safeties. That's what Odunze did. Again, attacking the curl flat area on the other side and then attacking the deep zone. We got something everywhere. Those are the concepts I like. Unless it's a specific situation. All right, next play. These 10 is, woo! I thought we'd be done with the second quarter by now. All right, so anyway, we motion to a trips in the boundary. DJ, a lot of space, one-on-one, and you should know what happens here. Touchdown. But again, you got to realize something. This is the same stuff they was running earlier. Like, so sometimes people be like, that's a decoy route. It's a decoy route. And sometimes, but sometimes if the coverage doesn't show you it's a decoy route, it ain't a decoy route no more. Like, if the safety sat on this post, then yes, that would have opened something else up. But that ain't what happened. So you can't sit here and just label, oh, that's a decoy route. And again, sometimes you are setting up something specific, a rub route, you're trying to do a mesh, you're trying to do a clear out, but Other times, coverage dictates. So out of that trips, we get Komet to the flat. We get Keenan right up the rail. And then I'm not even sure what Odunze ran. They look like they was stalk blocking. Look like, I don't know what that was supposed to be. But either way, this is how you attack. Now, by this point, you should know this because you done played single high safety the last 3 games in a row. But either way, that safety moves to the middle of the field. That's single high. That's single high, at least to this side. And so you see, they put him in a bind. Caleb glances to the strong side, nothing there. So when you see all that activity, come backside, throws with good anticipation, boom. You never know. All right, I think that's all the second quarter. All right, third quarter. I don't like that I can't click both of these at the same time. I just want to say that. All right, these I haven't seen, so we'll be reacting together. All right, 2x2, tight end one side, stack the other side. I did see this a couple times. Actually, no, this is what we talked about. Just out of different formation. You got to speed out, and then you're gonna have the corner route behind it, and they did it on both sides. Odunze is wide open. Then you got to check down. Again, good concept, running it out of different formations and out of a motion. I like it. I think it's going to be a staple of ours going forward. I'd much rather see this 8 times a game than watching that stupid hitch concept 8 times a game. But either way, I'm not sure what Kayla was looking at. Obviously, he's not looking to that side. Guess he wanted to go to Keenan and then pull it. But, so, yeah, we got a couple issues here. Let me just see what this looks like. Alright. Forget the Odunze part. We're not going to harp on that. We're going to go to the side he's reading. All right, we can see he's staring down Keenan. Wants to go there. Sees JC's kind of jumps. Doesn't feel like, okay, that's a safe throw. Cool. This is the same concept both sides. Speed out. If you don't like the speed out, what's the next thing you should be looking at? The corner. And he's got leverage. Now he's going up against 2, but you got plenty of space. You can make this throw. And you got time. So you could have stayed in the pocket. You could have made this throw. Now, if you don't want to make the throw, I mean, if you feel like you don't got time, okay, I can understand. But I just feel like, I don't know where his eyes were after that. It almost seemed like he was expecting Komet to do something else. So then he just checks it down, and that's okay. We live to play another down. But I am curious to look at the tight and see what he was looking at. All right, snap goes right at Keenan. I don't know. I guess he just didn't like it. That's fine. I wouldn't say there was nothing pre-snap in the little bit that I watched that should have told him to look for Odunze. That's they're running the same route around the same time. You really only gonna be able to pick one side. Unless he's just wide open where nobody's covering him, more than likely you're not gonna be able to work all the way backside. All right, little spin motion. We got a reduced formation here, a little deuce close. And here's our favorite hitch concept. Ugh, just terrible. Even with a switch release. Hitch, flat, hitch, flat. I don't know what down this was. I guess I could look. Okay, first down. Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't love that concept. First down. Whatever. Get some yards. Get some positive yards. Komet could box people out. Keenan was open. I mean, it gives you some options, but that, again, that's not something I'm running 8 times a game. All right, we're in empty. Trips to the left. No motion. We got 2, 3 hitches. Kind of that hitching out. 2 deep routes. Okay. Let's see. All right, we're in off coverage again. So we know we got that space. Just gets it out quick to him. That's fine. That's fine. 2nd and 4. That's fine. All right, we're out of empty. Do we run this time? Oh no! Oh man! Oh man! A little better spacing, but you talking my language right here. Oh my God! Yes. So okay. All right. Almost like a little flood concept, little drive concept. All right, so we got a switch release. So now we switch and releasing it. We love that. So DJ Moore comes underneath Komet on a drag. Whenever we got a drag, I'm in. We got a deep crosser. So it's essentially what you got right now is a high-low concept, as you can see. And this backer kind of determines, or whoever the backer is, but in this case it's this backer because we're running to his side. He's going to determine. This flat defender also helps determine. So we got a flat defender, probably not going to go to drag. But if this linebacker gets his eyes pulled, we got that there. If he sits on it, then we got more space to put it in here before he goes there. Good stuff already. Let's just say they get it all covered. Backside, we got another level, kind of, you want to call it an in, a dig, whatever. That's coming across. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I get what they were doing with Keenan. He's got a free release. He did a double move. I don't know. I don't like this. First of all, I mean, I'm sure Keenan ran that double move himself. It wasn't drawn up like that. And I don't know. Are they just clearing out on the backside? Which I'm fine with. If you clearing out, you fine. And I would just say Keenan doing that double move just threw off the timing. Because look at this safety. Who is he? Is he staring at Keenan? No, he's staring at Komet. Komet is bringing him right to Keenan. This is why you don't put people in the same spot. I mean, he survived that. It ended up being clean, but that's a medicine ball. So I don't like that. I really don't like that. You know what I like? I like a go route and I like a bubble. Because he runs that bubble or even a speed out. Potentially, if you run a bubble, you probably pull this defender. In that one. Speed out, you definitely pull that defender, whatever, you're clearing it out. But again, different than we ran before. That's good stuff. Please, please, more of that. Please, more of that. I've been saying this for the longest time, and ain't nothing I invented. But when Andre Johnson and I want to say Kubiak was there in Houston, they were the king of horizontal passing offense. And crossers got big in the last 7 years or so, but Andre Johnson and Andre could run any route. But like Houston, they were running that, and I've been a fan of it ever since. All right, so we're out of empty again. Got a kind of closer formation with the trips. Let's see what we give them. Hold on. Whoa, we getting a little freaky here. There was some N1. All right, we got I forgot what it's called. I heard it recently. It's the opposite of a whip route where you go out and then break back inside. And then Komet is running out and up. Now, all that's cool. Why is Keenan running this? You know what you do? And again, I know I sound like Monday morning quarterback. And then on the outside, you just got two verts, including Swift, to clear it out. So you trying to play the middle of the field. That's cool. You know what you do? You want to do this? Run a mesh. Run a mesh. Komet's going to be gone. Keenan, just bring it right around the 20. And then DJ continue to play low. That, once again, you brought the defender right to DJ. Spacing, guys. Spacing on the concepts. But again, different. Very, very different. I can't wait to hear to see what the fans say. All right, we got to hurry up so I can get my bets in for this Monday night game. All right. Again, same formation. Drag route. I like it. I like it. Almost an inverse China. I'm sure there's a name for it. But you got two end breakers, and usually a China be two end breakers and then one corner. They got two end breakers and one post, which I love probably more, to be honest. Especially with Komet, because for whatever reason, if this is singled up, Komet could play 50-50 ball. More than likely, because he's a big target, he's going to draw two guys, opens up the underneath stuff. And then you got an out route with Keenan. I love that. I love that. Take him away. Take him away right now. Vertical with Odunze. Wait a minute. I just realized he threw it to Odunze. Why did he throw it to Odunze? I thought for sure this was going to DJ Moore. Yeah. I don't know about that, Caleb. That's just not a good. First of all, it's not a good ball. And it's not a good decision either. Okay, he's pressed up. Pre-snap, he's pressed up. All right. First two steps. He is not beating that man. He's on top of him. Let that go. Let that go. Get your eyes back. You got to know the concept, man. You have to know the concept. It's clearing out for everything backside. Now I get it. Safety moved to the middle of the field, so he probably went with the one-on-one shot. But man, know your concepts. They built in something beautiful on that backside. All right, motioning over to a bunch, or almost a bunch, a little tight end bunch. This looks like it was supposed to be to Swift. So, yeah. I don't know what Caleb's doing on here. I don't even have to see what everybody else doing. You can see. Look at this stalk block by Komet. Swift. That's supposed to be quick to Swift. Boom. Keenan runs a curl. or hitch, whatever. Same thing over there. I don't know what the hell Doomsday just ran. A deep out. I'm not sure what. In matter of fact, Swift was open the whole way. He was open the entire play. I don't think Caleb knew what the call was, to be honest with you. That's what that looks like to me. All right. 2x2. Classic. Now, I hate this. All slants. And the slants was lazy. I hate an all slant concept. That's a bad pass. But Caleb had the right decision. I mean, it's not like there can be no open targets on the all slant. I just don't like them. You bring too many defenders together. But pre-snap, he's off. So now you're watching this defender. He continues to backpedal, so you know you got space. This defender's locked here. Right decision. Bad ball. Bad ball. All right, how many more of these we got? All right, last two. We can make that. The normal speed is not normal. I feel like 75% is normal because they be flying. All right, a little bit of a deuce close again. Play action. I don't know what they were running. It is interesting having both tight ends come across. It looks like Everett was not coming across the block, which is weird. Probably should have, because there's nobody there. Obviously, Komet's in the flat, but he's on out and up. Miscommunication there. You got DJ Moore coming across on the crosser, and then looks like Keenan was running a post. Fine with Keenan running a post, trying to clear this out. I don't know. I mean, the routes I'm not really worried about. It's more of how we block this. Somebody has to block backside. You got 3 to the inside. I mean, right. You got to fan block this and cut this off. Somebody got to do something. That's bad. That's bad structure on that. All right, last one. Last one. Gave y'all the extended clip today. All right, we got a stack. 2x2 stack. Love it, love it, love it. I don't even, man. These routes are so lazy. All right, so we got the speed out and the corner route concept here. And then we got, a nice little high-low mesh. I love this play. I love this. Execution wasn't great, but I love the options you get on here. Did they switch release again? No, not really. All right, so we got the drag with the running back to create a mesh. Then we got the crosser behind it. Because if these two guys, first of all, he's wide open. But let's just say he wasn't in there. So let's say he was in man and he was here. And you got one guy. Now he's in a high-low. So it's like, okay, I'm going to drive on this. Boom, wide open. Or if he's like, hey, I'm going to sit back on this. Boom, wide open. Love it. Because this deep safety can't really do nothing. He can't help with this. Now, I get it. It's more of a decoy. Like I said, in this case, it's a decoy because you're on the boundary. But you don't outside release on no corner route. I don't understand that. So you really had no chance. You cut yourself off. But really, this is what it opened up. What did we end up doing? Yep. That's a great concept. All right, so those second quarter, third quarter pass plays, as I said in community, some great stuff to look at. Very excited about how this evolved already and can't wait to see what happens after that. Go down in the comment section, let me know what you think. Share it around, get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, stay up and bear down.